first question with Inquirer.net. Kasama natin si Hannah Malorca.
Hi po. Hi everyone. So congratulations sa inyong apat for your new journey with Star Magic. So I just wanna ask, so let's mag-time jump na tayo like 2 or 3 years and then you already have the chance to create your own studio album. So if you have a chance to do that album, ano yung genres and what kind of songs can we expect?
So this is for everyone, ano ang genre? Who would like to start? Sige, Esa.
I think if I were to make a studio album, I want to explore something different. I know that I'm known as someone who sings ballad songs and of course Broadway's musical songs, but I would like to try something different, something that I think would parang alam niyo po, parang magkaroon ng spice onte, and that's literally pop rock. So I would like to try that pop rock studio album.
Thank you, Esang. Very malayo dun sa inaakala namin.
Okay.
Pero it's nice that we get to know talaga kung ano yung gusto ng artists themselves. Thank you, Esang. James? James Felipe? How about you? What did you have in mind?
I think, ang genre ko po kasi ay pop, love songs, slow songs. Gusto ko i-try sana yung medyo upbeat naman na mga kanta. Because exploring new things is a very good opportunity.
Tama, di ba? Out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Do you dance, James P? Kung upbeat, di ba? Usually ngayon, nag-TikTok dance yung mga tao.
Wala P-pop style ganyan.
Sige, si Esang na lang yung pasayawin natin. Hindi rin.
Pwede ka naman po try.
Oh, pwede rin, di ba? Open for suggestions.
Open
Okay, thank you. Diego, meron ka na bang sagot?
Ako naman, siguro more of what you guys heard lang a while ago na medyo R&B, pop. Kasi naglabas na din ako ng mga kanta na medyo techno and upbeat. So pag nagka-studio album ako, gusto ko mas consistent na mas R&B pop na chill and laid back. So, ganun.
And super bagay sa boses mo. Kasi grabe yung runs mo kanina, ha? And that's not easy to do kapag live, but you did it with flying colors. Congratulations. Sample. Parang tapos yung sample kanina. And Jarlo?
Hi po, siguro po ano.
Tito Jarlo! Uy, walang tatawag ng Tito Jarlo, ha?
Ayun, siguro po medyo similar sa R&B pero siguro I'd like to rediscover and redefine yung Manila sound ng today po. Para at least kung ma-establish natin siya, pag pinush natin siya overseas, di ba? Parang meron tayong tatak Pinoy, tatak Star Magic, and proud tayo na, oh, ito yung tunog namin ngayon sa Manila. So, yun po.
Okay, thank you very much, Jarlo. Hannah?
Okay, so since sumisikat na yung OPM and there are a lot of artists nowadays, so how will you establish yourself or like establish yourself as your own solo artist? Knowing na marami ng artists na rin na sumisikat ngayon.
Medyo mahirap sagutin yan, ha? Pero sige, go ahead, Esa.
I think when it comes to that, it's going to be my songs that will be very particular. Kasi po, for me, whenever I write songs, most of the time, the lyrics are figurative. They're metaphorical. So, I think if isa dun sa, sa question nyo, I'm going to be establishing myself as someone na, besides like my look and everything, which of course Star Magic will help me with, I will be writing songs that, yung parang pag narinig, ay, lyrics to ni Esang, ganyan. Kahit Tagalog, malalim. So, ayun.
Okay, thank you very much, Hannah. Hannah from Inquirer.net. Now, the next question, I will be reading naman the question. This is coming from Janice Navida of Bulgar. And this is for you, Diego. Nako, tinakot. Okay, having a family from showbiz, what can you consider as the biggest challenge of your decision to join showbiz as well?
I guess coming from a family of showbiz, I think my family has proven a lot in this industry na parang lahat sila magagaling talaga sa ginagawa nila. So the biggest challenge for me is to do my best also, na parang make a name for myself also in music and in showbiz in general.
So, ayun, parang instead of pressure din yung nafe-feel ko, mas motivation siya. To make my family proud also kasi all of them are really also great. So I want to be great in my own way. So,
And yun yung aabangan namin. And you are, on the road to greatness as well. We can see naman kanina dun sa performance mo. So congratulations in advance. Ngayon naman we have Geniel Krishnan from TV Patrol.
Hi. Alright, my question is for Esang. Esang, your thoughts about just, coming back to show business. I mean, nung bata ka, you were there already, and then now bumabalik ka. So, what can you say about it?
Of course, it still feels surreal. It still feels surreal for me because, pero in a way, even if it feels surreal, parang I knew that this is something that I enjoy doing. So, I feel really, really happy about it. The reason why I wasn't, parang I settled down for a bit. Parang the reason why, medyo nawala po ako for a bit was really because of pandemic and school. So I had to choose between, if I were to focus on, school and mahalaga din po sa akin yung, studying. So inuna ko po siya muna. That's why, medyo settle down po muna ako. Like, medyo nawala po ako sa limelight. But I'm really happy that I'm back because I know within in my heart that it's something that I really enjoy doing. And I love sharing my songs with other people. Hopefully my songs inspire others. And ayan po, I really feel great about it.
Alright, and also, of course, your brother is also part of the music industry now. For you, James, magkakaroon ba kayo ng collaboration? Because I think hindi naman, parang hindi masyadong, what do you call this? How do you word this? Hindi masyadong maraming mga artists na magkapatid sa music industry. So, are you guys gonna be releasing collaborations? What can you say about it? James?
I composed Mr. Magino for her, actually. And I think that yun na po yung collaboration namin dalawa na magka-compose ako ng songs for her. But gusto ko rin i-try na sana someday mag-duet tayong dalawa.
And also, para kasi ng Leia Geraldine dating niya, no? Sa Longga. Yung siblings din. Are you also guys heading to that path? Like, ganun din ba?
Not necessarily po. But no one knows.
Alright, sige, abangan na lang namin.
Abangan the future.
And for Jarlo and Diego, you guys are singers talaga. Like, nakita na naman namin yun. Pero nakatingin naman some of the girls here talaga kanina. Nakatingin while you guys were singing. Talagang sobrang entertain kaming lahat. Are you also guys planning to join? Maybe acting naman din? Are you also thinking about that? Go ahead, Diego.
I mean, yeah, I want to explore that side. And nakapag-acting na rin ako for a few times before. And I want to continue that with Star Magic. So yeah, abangan nyo. Hopefully.
With your sister?
Why not? Definitely, would love to work with her.
Alright, and how about you, Jarlo?
Yeah, siguro po, oo din. Pero maybe I can start with musicals para meron pa rin something close to my heart, which is music. Tapos let's see kung saan yan aabot.
Alright, thank you, Ivy.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Daniel! Okay, now this question is for everyone. I think talagang each one should answer this. Okay, this is from G. Trilliana of Malaya. Usong-uso ang collab. Given the choice, who is the OPM artist you would like to work with? Sige. Sino ang gusto niyo? OPM artist to collab with? May mga na-picture na ba kayo? Who would like to answer? Sige, Diego, go.
Ako siguro, I'd love to work with artists who have the same genre as I do. So, I'm thinking mga James Reid, ganyan. And also sila Arthur Neri and Abby. It would be an honor to work with those guys. So, yeah, hopefully in the future.
Wow, I can just see it. Diyo, grabe. Ang ganda nung collab na yun. So, sana mangyari po. Abangan po natin yan. Esa?
Ako po, I really love Four of Spades songs. Pero sadly, hindi naman na po sila together. So, maybe unique sa Longga po.
Okay, unique. Okay. Pero malay natin, di ba, mag-reunite ang Four of
Opo,
Spades.
imagine.
Abangan din natin yan. Okay, James, Philippe.
I think gusto ko si TJ Montero.
TJ.
Kasi kapag nag-compose ako ng songs, madalas storytelling siya. And I think we have in common with TJ.
Thank you. And Jarlo?
Siguro po ako, someone like Rico Blanco, and definitely any of these guys, kasi napakagagaling nila.
Thank you. Okay, now let's have Charles of Pulp Magazine. Hi, Charles.
Hi po. Congratulations po pala sa contract signing. I would like to ask Miss Essam. I watched you when I was a kid on The Voice. And then I would like to ask you something. What was the biggest lesson you learned from working with Lea Salonga, Miss Lea, as your coach? And how would you incorporate it with your musical direction?
The biggest lesson that I really learned from Coach Lea, kasi, you know, what I really loved, I just wanted to share as well. What I love about my relationship with Coach is, kahit natapos po yung The Voice, hindi po nag-end dun yung guidance niya. Kasi kahit po sa Matilda the Musical, sa Les Mis, she actually helped me, speak in British accent. Nag-send pa po siya ng voice message po niya sa email just for, kung paano ko bigkasin. Because nag-British accent na po siya, you're from Les Miserables as well when she was Eponine and Fantine. So, for the 25th anniversary. So, still, the one thing that I really remember most from her is for you to sing with your whole heart. I know it may sound, something that I keep on, mentioning na, pero I just think na I was able to apply that na rin when it comes to writing songs. So it's not about singing with my whole heart as well. It's about writing with my whole heart na rin. So that really helped for me. So,
as you can see po, many young singers look up to you. And what advice would you give to aspiring artists who want to follow in your footsteps? Coming from theater din po kayo din.
Okay. I would say, alam na ba yung kanina po namin kinanta kanina ng Carrera?
Yes po.
That it's the message of the song. It's really powerful by Bini. Kasi po, my advice for them is to never rush things, to just really focus on the passion with, singing, with performing. Because hindi agad-agad you'll, be able to reach what you want to reach. You'll really have to go through a lot of, ups and downs. So, my advice for them talaga is to just really stick to that and parang wag po silang mag-give up. Kasi alam ko pong, talented po yung mga Pilipino pagdating po sa pagkante. So, marami po tayong talented. And of course, there are some that are like really underrated. And ayun, just never stop giving up. That's what I want.
Thank you po, Ms. S.
Thank you po.
Thanks, Charles. And we also have Jana from Pulp Magazine.
Hi, this is for everyone. No, being a singer-songwriter, can we know what is your creative process in crafting your own songs?
Who would like to answer this?
I can start.
Go, Jarlo.
And siguro, hello, hi. Thank you for that wonderful question. I really like that. Siguro importante na magsimula yan sa emotion natin. So meron akong ginagawa na kung may gusto akong isulat na kanta, iniisip ko ano ba yung pinaka-primary emotion nito, ano yung kung meron gusto mo itong emosyon, ano yun. Tapos hinihintay ko lang yung mag-groove sa akin for maybe a day or minsan half a day, meron na po agad. And then kapag ready na yung pakiramdam ko, I sit down with an instrument that I have, tapos tutugtog na ako ng gitara or piano. Tapos any melody na lumabas, kakantahin ko lang, any word na lumabas, isusulat ko agad kahit hindi nag-make sense. And then kung may makuha ako from that, diretso ko, kung hindi, babalikan ko siya some other time. And usually naman, merong lumalabas. So, I guess sa akin yung pinaka-importante is malaman mo ano yung emotion na gusto mong iparamdam dun sa listeners mo. And then from there, at least for me, tuloy-tuloy na siya. Ayun.
For me naman po, usually po kasi there are songwriters, nauna po yung melody, diba? With me po, mas nauna po yung, not even the lyrics, the song title. Pag may nakita po akong, parang a song title, ay parang a word na, parang pwedeng gawan ng song, tapos gawin ko siyang song title. Like yung Dalumat po kanina, narinig ko lang po siya galing kay Sir JM, yung teacher ko po sa Filipino. Tapos, I got really interested in it. Kasi I thought it was a really nice Filipino word. So, ayun. Doon po siya nanggagaling. Like sa concept, tapos lyrics, tapos melody. Yun po yung creative thought process ko. Creative process. Thank you po.
Ako naman, siguro, I usually start with the melody talaga. Kunyari, may guitar ako, tapos play ako ng chords, or if may beat from my producers, susulatan ko agad siya ng melody na wala pang words, murmurs lang, ganyan, whatever comes out. And then, I look for a topic to write about. And usually, it's really mostly about my experiences talaga. But sometimes, I tap on other people's experiences also. And even yun nga, yung sabi ko kanina na I can get experiences also from TV shows or movies, yung mga characters doon. So that really helps a lot in writing songs. So ayun, but yeah, mostly to really express what I feel.
Ako naman po, kapag nagko-compose ako ng kanta, very random. Sometimes, naglalakad lang ako, may isip ako melody. And minsan, pag maganda yung melody na naisip ko, nire-record ko siya sa voice, sa phone ko, and babalikan ko siya pag uwi ko sa bahay, then saka ko lalagyan ng lyrics. Same goes sa Mr. Maginoo. Nagwawalis lang ako sa bahay, then may naisip ako melody, paano ko ba sasabihin sa'yo? Tapos kinuwento ko siya kay tatay, and sabi niya, nung pinarinig ko sa kanya, ang title nun is Mr. Maginoo. So tinry kong insert dun yung lyrics, and yung title as well, nag-match na ng lahat. Yun po.
Lastly, can I ask, is there any specific artist na influence yung songwriting skills?
Go ahead. I would say, a band po siya, and it's Queen.
Wow.
Opo. Ano talaga, wow, rock.
Kahit di mo sila naabutan,
Opo. Kasi po, yun, ano po talaga yun, all from my dad. Kasi po yung music taste po ni tatay, doon ko po, na-influence po ako ni tatay from that. Yung Toto, yung Queen, yung Billy Joel, Elvis Presley, all those types. So, nung napakinggan ko po yung songs ng Queen, talagang na-interesado po ako. Kasi parang, wow, like, besides their their songs are like hard rock. Pero, si Freddie Mercury po, nung nasusulat po siya ng songs, parang deep din po siya. And yung Bohemian Rhapsody, dun po honestly po ako unang naging interested. Kasi at first, if you listen to the song, parang, what does it mean? Pero, parang mahilig din po ako mag-analyze po kasi, like, ng songs, like, ng lyrics. So, ayun po, yun po yung influence.
Kaya pala yun yung genre na gusto mo, pop rock.
din
Kasi
po.
Queen pa lang yung influence.
Parang, opo, ayun. May mix po ng Queen. Kasi,
Yes. Okay, who would like to share?
Same po with Esang. Si tatay kasi, yung mga songs niya way back 70s, 80s, 90s. Tapos nag-aaral pa ako ng conservatory. So, tumalon pa ako sa pinaka-past. Nag-aaral ako ng Bach, Beethoven, Mozart, mga ganong music, orchestra. So, ang lawak ng influence ko pagdating sa paggawa ng kanta.
Jarlo, yes?
Yeah, ako rin po, same si tatay na joke.
Same pala kayo ng childhood. Oo.
No, siguro po si John Mayer. Kasi grabe siya mag-paint ng pictures using his words. Meron siyang isang kanta, yung title is Stop This Train. Tapos, ang ganda kasi, yung meaning nun is about him wanting to stop life. Yung aging, yung hindi natin mapigilan yung takbo ng buhay. Kasi ginamit niya yung metaphor ng isang train na mabilis. Tapos, meron din siyang kanta na, basta, ang ganda, ang galing niya. So, sorry, napo-overshare na. Pero yeah, John Mayer definitely, kasi tingin ko, importante na magamit po natin yung words natin para makapagkwento, because that's the point of songwriting and storytelling. So, ayun.
I love that song. It's one of the best John Mayer songs, Stop This Train. And Diego?
Me, ang dami, I can't mention one. Pero one of them is John Mayer also. Growing up, I listened to a lot of John Mayer because of my dad. He listens to him all the time in the car. Pero to mention other artists, I heavily rely on my influences kay Justin Bieber din and Shawn Mendes, mga ganun, The Weeknd. So ayun, parang yung mga songs kasi nila medyo nakaka-relate. So I want to write something that other people can relate to as well. Just about life in general and experiences.
Alright, thank you for sharing your influences, guys. And now let's have Mr. Chris Ramos of One
Hi.
Music PH.
Hi, first question ko kay Esang. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng specific na word yung daluman?
Specific meaning po ng dalumat is malalim na pag-iisip. And nung ginawan ko rin po siya ng kanta, I figured, pag nakita po siya ng listeners yung title, they'll also get curious, and at the same time, parang malalaman po nila yung meaning nung song title, Dalumat, kapag sinerch po nila. I think it's also a great way for people to know what dalumat means. Parang in a way, meron din po parang bagong vocabulary. Parang ganun. Parang new word of the day. So, ayun po, yung meaning po ng dalumat.
And then kay James, ano yung coming from yung background before na nagko-compose ka for Esang, and then you're also a musical conductor, musical arranger, and all that. What inspired you to go and be a singer-songwriter and sing for yourself naman?
Way back 2018 kasi, bago ako mag-aral ng conducting sa UST, sumali ako sa choir. And dun ko na-explore yung music, natuto ko ng mga bagong techniques sa pagkanta, hanggang sa pumasok na yung piano. And unti-unti, natuto akong kumanta. Actually, bata pa lang ako, pinapakanta na ako ng parents ko. And nung dumating sa Esang, mahihayin po ako. Sabi ko, sige, ikaw na lang. Let's go. Tapos, nung 2018, 2019, na-compose ko yung Mata. And so on, na-inspire akong kumanta and mag-compose lalo ng mga songs for myself and for her, sa sister.
And then lastly kay Kina Harlo and Diego, at a young age, pareho kayong nagkaroon pareho kayong fortunate enough to win awards, like yung Star PMC kay Diego, and Awit Awards naman kay Jarlo. So ano yung feeling at the moment when you learned that you won your respective awards?
Siguro ako, I really didn't expect to win any award at this point in my career. So it was really such a memorable moment when I found out that I won an award na, wow, parang may nakaka-appreciate pala ng music ko. So mas nakaka-inspire to make more music and galingan ko pa, and yun, I'll never forget that moment. Especially first award ko yun, so it will always mean a lot to me.
Actually, same din. Hindi ko rin expect nung time na yun when I wanna tell you guys a very short story. Nung night ng Awit Awards, text ako ng mom ko from the States, tapos sabi niya na, anak, tingin ko mananalo ka. Tapos deep inside, I was like, hindi yan. Kasi ang gagaling ng mga ko, tapos sino ba naman ako, ganyan. And wala yan. So going to the venue, parang relax na ako, tapos hindi ko na-expect na mananalo ko. Tapos tinatawagan na ako ng label ko nung malapit na ako na, tingin nito na yung award mo, ikaw mananalo. So very surprising siya for me. Pero like what Diego said, nakakatuwa na na-recognize yung hard work namin and yung pinaghihirapan talaga namin sa craft namin. So I guess besides being surprised, din siya, very heartwarming and siguro grateful talaga.
Thank you, Sir Chris